So I played really well that season, was like the leading scorer in the country, all-star MVP, dunk champion, all that stuff. So I actually did it on a smaller level, but I did it, you know what I'm saying?
It's still big, though.
Yeah, exactly. Go into PowerPoint, do up this little jazzy little logo forms, sent it to my guy. And the response that I got back from that was kind of like, whoa. He was like, yo.
Period.
He's
He
like,
saw it.
He was
saw
like,
the talent.
Twan, like, you did this logo? I was like, well, yeah, who else? And he was like, nah, bro, like, you super talented, man. He's like, why you don't show your artistic side more? Like,
Exactly.
you know, we know you can hoop and play ball and all that stuff, but like, why you don't get into this?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Every Day is a Yay! Y'all, Yay Nation. We got someone very, 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 very special today from Chicago South Side, okay? Antwon Hoard is an icon, okay? Let me tell you, he spent 19 years playing pro basketball in Europe. He is a proud father of 5 amazing kids. He is the founder and CEO of ATH GRAFIX. And let me tell you, from the courts of George Washington High School to spreading his brand across multiple countries, he has mastered the balance of athleticism and creativity. So Yay Nation, give an amazing Yay applause to Antwon Hoard!
All right. Thank you.
So tell us more about you. Welcome.
Thank you for the lovely intro, Jewel.
Yes.
So really quickly, like you just explained there, from the south side of Chicago, born and raised.
What part? What neighborhood?
Rose and West Pullman area, you know.
Period.
Wild Hunnets.
Yes.
in the building, we got to represent, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, grew up on the south side of Chicago, whatever, went to George Washington High School out on the east side.
Yeah.
Played high school basketball there. Was a decent talent, wasn't a high level talent or whatever at the time or whatever, but I eventually ended up getting a scholarship to go to South Suburban Junior College out there in South Holland, Illinois. Did 2 years of junior college basketball there. Played well enough at a junior college basketball All-American camp where I got to raise some eyebrows in a Division I basketball arena. And so, after my showing there, I played well enough that I eventually got a scholarship to go to Murray State University in Kentucky.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
So yeah, former Division I basketball player and stuff. And, again, I wasn't a super talent in terms of basketball like that, but I was good enough I knew in the back of my mind I could make some money doing this. You know what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't on the NBA level. So I did my 2 years there at Murray State, played well, and eventually got invited to a free agent basketball camp in Ohio. So my college coach, he eventually invited me and like the other 3-4 seniors and stuff or whatever during that time. We went to this basketball camp. It was a chance for me to get showcased, in front of some European basketball coaches and talent and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I played really, really well and eventually got approached by an agent who's a really good friend of mine to this day, Harant Manakian. Shout out Harant. If you look at my buddy to this day. But yeah, anyway, he was the one who got me off my first job in Finland.
Okay.
And I eventually left home, Chicago, kind of this shy, quiet kid or whatever that knew I wanted to travel the world and, play basketball doing it.
Yeah.
So I jumped on the opportunity. It wasn't worth a lot of money, my first job, but the way I looked at it was like, if I just get my foot in the door, I'll make a career out of this thing.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
As you did for 19 years, y'all.
Yeah, 19 years.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, got 19 years out of it. So anyway, I landed my first job in Finland, went over there and played well. It wasn't like top level European basketball, but it was a decent enough level where, I could at least showcase my skills and stuff. Yeah. So I played really well that season, was like the leading scorer in the country, all-star MVP, dunk champion, all that stuff. So I actually did it on a smaller level, but I did it, you know what I'm saying?
It's still big, though.
Yeah, exactly. And so it went over really, really well. My first year, I absolutely enjoyed the country. Finland's a beautiful country and stuff, all the lakes and all that stuff. Anyway, Finland was beautiful. So after that season, I got thrown into another pool of trying to, find a job somewhere else in Europe. And for whatever reason, my next job I landed was in Poland. It wasn't my ideal choice or whatever, but even Poland, when I eventually got over there, I made the most out of that situation. Hence the creative manifester.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because that wouldn't have been my first choice. When I thought about my career in Europe and stuff, I didn't think I would land in Poland, right? I was more so thinking about Spain, France, Italy, because those are like the top countries and stuff or whatever to play. At the time, at least, you know what I'm saying? And so I went over to Poland, played well, made the most of that situation, and I found myself that past summer after that without a job. Yeah, and so I kind of took a hit to my ego at the time because I thought I had played well enough to, eventually get back on somewhere else. So I had to come back home. I came back home when I was living in Atlanta because I moved from Chicago to Atlanta doing my pro basketball days and stuff. So I was in Atlanta. I had to eventually, for the summer, get like a regular job because I wasn't making a lot of money, like I explained, my first job and stuff. And so after Poland, I went home, started working at like a factory or whatever with one of my buddies and stuff for like a few months. I was super stressed out. Like, am I gonna ever get back to Europe to play ball again?
Okay, I was gonna say because you're balancing this. While
yeah. Because I thought I would really get something that I wanted and whatever, but it didn't happen like that, right? So I just kept grinding out at home or whatever, working, trying to stay in shape and all that, or whatever, till I eventually got a call. And I eventually got a call from someone, my agent I told you about, my friend Harant, and he was the one who got me to my job in France. So it was a lower level, third division team. Like I said, it wasn't like high level basketball or anything like that. But like everything in my life, I said, I'm gonna get this opportunity and make the most of it. Period, point blank, right? So I got over there, like I did in Finland, played really, really well, was the leading scorer in the league again. You know what I'm saying? Like totally dominated because it was a lower level. It was third division or whatever. I didn't belong in that level in terms of like my basketball skill and stuff. But I played through it, eventually got moved up to the second division, then played in France for a couple of seasons. And that's when I eventually met my ex-wife at the time or whatever. And then I eventually got French citizenship.
Nice.
And I eventually moved up from the third division to the second division. I played really well in the second division, which is Pro B France. For all you basketball people that know basketball, Pro B France. And then I eventually got to Pro A France after I ended up getting my French citizenship because I got French citizenship, because of my marriage and stuff like that. And once you get the French citizenship, what a lot of people don't know here in the U.S. is that you can become a French citizen and play as a foreign player, right? And they can get 2 other American guys or other foreign players or whatever play on the team. So like actually at that time that made me more of a commodity on the team because you could have an American guy that's playing as a French player in France. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like my story at the time. Then once I got my passport and got French citizenship and all that, whatever, the job started coming a lot easier or whatever after that.
Your story is amazing. And I'm so excited for us to dive in and really talk about not only the court, but beyond the court.
Yes.
Right? And finding that balance. But before that, we have a very special section. Drum roll, please.
Oh, God. Here we go.
We got the goblet of smile. So in this section, we have you pick a question, any question, and the goal is to bring a smile to you and to our lovely audience. All right, you ready?
Okay, let's see if we can do something here.
Okay, let's go.
Oh God, let the games begin. So what we got here? If you could be on a reality TV show, which one would you choose and why? Oh God, I don't even watch reality TV. So.
Okay.
Oh God.
I can give you options if you.
Let me hit some reality TV show.
There's like Big Brother. There's Love Island. There's like the Bachelor series. There's Survivor. There's The Circle. There's there's so many different ones. I watched. Oh, and then also there's like Paradise or the it's something like that where you have to like, there's also The Mole. I watched.
Could it be a game show? Like a game show, reality TV show?
Like Wheel of Fortune.
Like Squid Game.
Would you be on?
I would totally be on Squid Game.
See you on Squid Game.
Now Squid Game I would do, but any of the other mess of reality TV shows, nah. Squid Game. I say Squid Game for me, yeah.
Oh, you know they have casting calls. You trying to apply?
Do they really?
Yeah. I can send it to you.
They didn't call me when I was trying to do the modeling thing, because I tried to do the modeling thing one time too. They didn't call me for casting for that.
I can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would do something like that.
So you do Squid Games?
Yeah, Squid Game for sure.
I feel like you can make it very far.
Yeah.
You just have to really focus on the people, because people are going to see you as a threat. Because
Absolutely.
like you can beat them in physical stuff. But here's the thing with Squid Games, it's actually more on chance than not just how good you are. So yeah, you would just have to focus.
Yeah, because
on
somebody
alliances.
else can get you out of the game just like that.
Like that.
So yeah, it is a lot of luck in that involved as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Squid Game. Squid Game.
Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
All right. So I just listed everything. So I'm just gonna say, and this is actually true story. I was tapped to do the most previous Big Brother.
Seriously?
Like a casting agent was in my DMs. It didn't work out, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But in terms of what I would actually do, I think the circle. The circle, because the circle is like the digital version of Big Brother. So instead of like being in all the same house with everyone, you're in your own place, and you either can be yourself or catfish as someone, and you only talk through text.
Oh wow.
So I like that because it's just like, it's easier. That's to be honest. In a circle, or I would do Big Brother, but I'm kind of like, I don't think I want someone watching me 24/7.
Oh God, no.
I don't think I want that.
No, we don't do humans like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
24/7. Nah, no way.
No way.
Nah,
no way.
Can't do that
and I love Love Island.
Yeah.
But I don't think I want to be on Love Island. I think I love it. But you know, if casting wants to call me, let me know.
Pourquoi pas? Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Like, but yay! Ah! Give it up for the gala that's fire! Okay, so you've had all these amazing experiences. Let's continue on with France. Like, France is known for its art and beauty, and you have expanded beyond basketball to go into the art. You've always been someone that's very artistic. Like, what kind of talk to me about how you started diving back into your artist roots in France?
Well, these kind of things, they usually take shape on their own, right? So, you know, even though I have been playing professional basketball for a number of years and stuff, that was always kind of like in the back of my mind that I wanted to get back to my creative, you know, arts and stuff or whatever. So, I don't know, this is really random, but like a buddy of mine, he's a DJ. His name's John Best. Shout out to John Best. the DJ, the multi-talented DJ, my guy from Memphis. But anyway, John Best, one of my buddies and stuff, he was playing basketball like up the road from where I was playing in France, in Dijon, France. He was there. And so he was trying to build up his brand or whatever for his DJing and stuff like that. And at the time, I didn't know anything about like Photoshop and Illustrator and all these, you know, upscale, you know what I'm saying, like software programs and stuff or whatever at the time. So I was like kind of playing around in PowerPoint one day, and I would do like these characters and create shapes and stuff or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? And so one day he was like, man, Antwon, I could really use a logo for my business. I was like, a logo? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take a stab at it, man, see what I can do. Just kind of playing around, right?
Yeah.
Had been away from art for like years. Hadn't even thought about this kind of stuff. So anyway, go into PowerPoint, do up this little jazzy little logo forms, sent it to my guy. And the response that I got back from that was kind of like, whoa. He was like, yo.
Period. He
was
saw
like,
it.
He was
saw
like, Twan, like, you did this logo? I was like, well, yeah, who else? And he was like, nah, bro, like, you super talented, man. He's like, why you don't show your artistic side more? Like,
exactly.
You know, we know you can hoop and play ball and all that stuff, but like, why you don't get into this? I was like, man, like I studied, you know, graphic design when I was in school. Like that was some years ago or whatever. But like now I'm a professional basketball player. He's like, nah, dude. Like he was like,
you never lose that.
Exactly. He was like, God gave you a gift, bro. Like you can't hide that gift.
You
man.
can't hide that gift.
He was like,
he gave it to you for a reason.
Exactly. So that led to me thinking about, you know, rethinking about my art. So when I left school at Murray State to go become a professional basketball player, I didn't finish my degree. So that's another footnote. So I always had that in the back of my mind as well. I was like, well, I want to finish school and stuff. So I ended up not finishing school at Murray. But what I did do after my guy had talked to me about, you know, getting back to the creative arts and stuff, I was like, you know what? Why not just go back to school? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was starting to get a little bit toward the end of my career when this moment happened and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go online and see if I can take graphic design or whatever, like online. So I eventually, you know, applied for a school, whatever. It was Westwood College online.
Nice.
Not the school I would of choice, but they had a program where you can do everything by correspondence and stuff. And since I was playing pro ball, this was a way for me to kind of get back into the arts while still playing. You know what I'm saying?
Like you found a way, and that's what's important. A lot of people would be like, okay, like I didn't get to do it then, so I'm just gonna wait. And it's like, no, I'm gonna make it happen now because I don't want to waste a second.
Exactly.
Not using my gift. I love that.
Exactly. So from getting inspired by my guy, whatever, John, it kind of led from one thing to another, whatever. So eventually I signed up for school at Westwood College online.
Yeah.
And I eventually started taking classes online. Now, all this is happening while I'm still playing professional basketball. So if you could think about my teammates, what they think of all this, they were like, dude, are you crazy, man? We're like, we practicing like twice a day.
Say, like,
we running lines, doing drills. You got to do all this stuff.
Wow.
We got games and all this stuff. So like, I was the nerdy guy, the nerdy hooper guy, or whatever, on the roads and stuff. Like in the hotels, my teammates, playing cards, gambling, doing whatever they do, watching TV shows, playing a video game and all that stuff. And I'm somewhere down in the lobby or whatever with my laptop out, geeking out, doing graphic design stuff.
Exactly.
Because I started studying or whatever online. Wow. So
imagine the kind of balance and discipline you have to like
you can't
separate
imagine.
yourself from the team to continue to build towards your goals. Like, walk me through that and how it's carried into you for today.
Yeah, so again, like I said, I didn't have an idea how I would get back into the arts the way I did.
Yeah.
But once I knew that was something that I really wanted to, recapture and stuff,
you went for
I just put my head down and just did it. My teammates, the stuff they was doing, whatever, like I could care less. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like for me, it was about the focus of what do I want my life and my career to look like once I'm done playing basketball.
Yes.
So I put my head down. Eventually, long story short, eventually ended up getting my degree at Westwood College. And then once I got done playing, I was able to dive right into graphic design.
Nice.
Yeah,
and so is that what inspired you to start your own company?
Well, that part, like I knew being in a foreign country and stuff, like I speak French, but I'm semi-fluent, but in a working
bonjour.
Yeah, merci bien, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. But no, anyway, like being in a foreign country, that made me have a little bit of angst or anxiety, I would say, when it came to like work, because I had never worked in environment outside of sports.
Yes.
And so even if I wanted to like just say work at a graphic design agency or whatever in France, I wouldn't have been totally comfortable with my language to work in an environment like that.
Okay.
Right? So that prompted me, that pushed me more toward the freelance thing. I was like, well, you know what? I know enough people in France and stuff like this. I had a basketball career or whatever. Maybe I'll just try to do my own freelance graphic design thing, start my own business or whatever, and use the connects and the resources that I had at my disposal, whatever, to try to launch my own thing. So eventually that's how Jael Sports Design eventually got off to the ground. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you mentioned to me earlier, there's this beautiful moment when your kids even saw your talent too, and how it's been passed down to that. Tell me about that.
So yeah, like I was trying to say earlier, so one day just randomly I'm at home, and again I've never shown this talent to anybody around, like my family, my friends or whatever at the time and stuff. So I pull out my paper and pad. Now my guy John Best, he got me all motivated to be an artist again and stuff. So I pull out my pen and pad, and it was a really nice photo of my daughter at home, and I always loved the photo, right? So just kind of just playing around one day, I'm sitting at the kitchen table, pull out my paper and stuff, and I just started drawing the photo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I drew this really nice portrait of my daughter, put it out on the table and stuff. And so my kids, they came by and they saw it, even my ex at the time or whatever, like, they kind of knew I was some type of artist, but they didn't really know. They never saw it, I should say. They never saw it, right?
And that's how it be. It's like, you'd be like, okay, I know my parent has this talent, but like, I gotta see it.
Yeah. Because I would do little doodles of Fred Flintstone, Woody Woodpecker, kind of showing I could draw a little bit, but never nothing in this type of detail. So I did like a real portrait of my daughter. It was really nice. And they got to saw that side of their dad for the first time, being an artist, you know what I'm saying? And not just a hooper or a basketball player, you know what I'm saying?
Beyond the court.
Exactly. So yeah, that was a moment. That was a moment.
Were they shook?
Yeah, they were shook. They were shook, and then it became, I won't say acceptable. It became more commonplace to see me doing art and not just basketball around the house. Yeah.
And I hear that like it's passed down to them too.
Yeah. So like my daughter, whose photo that I drew at the time, it's crazy how this stuff works. Like she's now today an amazing artist, right? And I know she got to see that photo that I drew or whatever, and I wouldn't take credit for any of her art talents or whatever she's doing today or whatever. But they say the fruit doesn't fall from the tree. And she's an artist. My daughter's an artist. She played basketball herself. She played for the French national team, stuff like that. Now she has done some work for the Olympic Games and stuff, whatever, for Anthony Edwards and the U.S. Olympic basketball team. She was able to hang out there and show her work and stuff like that. So yeah, the talent in the family, you know, it runs deep. It runs
Period.
deep. Yeah, it runs deep.
So let's transition into 2020.
Yes.
Okay, so 2020 was, let's just say, a very interesting time for a lot of folks.
So many of us.
And I know particularly for you, that was a huge season of transition for you.
Yes.
Walk me through that.
Okay, so yeah, long story short, again, I don't know, 2020, I won't say it's a blur, but it was a trying time for me, right?
Yeah.
Just to think about that time, with me going through a divorce at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had been married for like 20 years.
Wow.
And it tore me to be going through that at the time or whatever, but I had already separated and been gone from home for like a couple of years and stuff at the time. And so I kind of needed a break from France, the French life. I had did like 15 years there in the country and stuff like that. So I needed to get out of the country and get back home, around family, around friends,
So
around
Chicago.
Yes, around people that I'm comfortable with, people that I know and stuff, people that know me from my childhood, stuff like that. Kind of recalibrate, you know what I'm saying, and take a break from that whole thing that I was going through at the time or whatever, and then get back to France, handle my divorce and my life or whatever that was, everything that was going on at the time, right?
Yeah.
So came back here in 2020. It was February 2020. Thinking I was going to just be here for 2 to 3 weeks, because during that time it was NBA All-Star Weekend we were hosting.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Yes, actually I remember.
Yeah.
So much was happening before the actual lockdown that when it happened, I was like, we're not really going to get locked down.
So 2020 All-Star Game, and I knew like a sports agent and some people or whatever that was going to be here in town in Chicago, whatever. So I was like, wow, I'm going to be at home. We're going to have NBA All-Star Weekend here at home. Plus, I know a few people that, you know, was going to be around the All-Star Game and the events and stuff that can kind of get me in to have some fun and stuff while I was home. So, yeah, let's do that. So, I did a logo for a guy in France. I was going through it tough, you guys. It was tough. But anyway, I did a logo for a guy in France. I got paid a nice sum of money to do the logo. And because I was going through such trying times financially, this logo actually helped me to get to America, to get back to America, right? So I got paid from that.
Tight.
Yeah,
so you're dealing with a divorce, and then also things are tight. You were taking a break from basketball at this time. You had
I was retired at this time.
Retired,
yeah,
okay.
I retired and everything. Yeah.
So all this is happening, and then we're about to go into a lockdown.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna come home. You know, like I say, clear my head for a few weeks and get back to France and handle my life, handle my business or whatever. At the time, unfortunately, that's not how it went.
Yeah.
The lockdown happened, and suddenly I found myself going from a family of 6 or 7 people at home, a busy household, to you know, being separated, living on my own apartment in France and stuff, to eventually coming back home, thinking I'm gonna take a break from all that jazz and get back and handle my life or whatever, and I end up getting stuck here. So that was a real trying time for me, you know, because I dedicated a lot of time to my family and stuff, and it kind of tore me that it would all come crumbling down the way it did, you know. But I feel like it was necessary, you know. Yeah.
Talk about the necessary, because we've talked about like when you're in your lowest moment. That's what pushes us to become our best self.
Absolutely.
Walk me through like what that journey was to continue forward.
So like everybody that's going through challenging times and stuff, I had a lot of questions for God, right?
Yeah.
Like why this and why that and why? Because you feel like you're doing the right things. You know, I had a great career. I was a solid family guy, you know what I'm saying, taking care of my kids and stuff like that. Unfortunately, like the marriage part didn't work out. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? This is a new chapter for me. God put me here for a reason.
Period.
It's a reason why I couldn't get back over there. Because when I was there, like I said earlier, I was separated at the time and stuff, so I was living on my own. So I wasn't even around my family at that time anyway.
It was already a season of separation.
Exactly.
It was just like further separation.
Exactly. And then, like I said, it was hard for me to kind of accept my new reality in my life, because I was such a family guy for so many years and stuff. So to be on my own and then to come back home to Chicago, you know, the way I did, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was real tough. Like,
but what got you through? Who was your support system?
I had a lot of support. You know, I don't give a lot of credence or credit to others for making my life go. But on everybody's journey, there's always people there, right, to help you along the way. So I stayed in my buddy's basement for like 5 months. He let me sleep on his couch and stuff when I got back here. If you can only imagine, like, imagine being gone from home for like 20 years, no work history, no credit, no home here.
You have to start over.
It's you literally hitting the reset button, starting from zero, right? So my buddy was a great help at the time. I stayed with him in his basement for like 5 months. Eventually worked doing my graphic design thing, you know what I'm saying? I kept that going or whatever, and was able to save up some funds or whatever. So I eventually got my apartment down at Hyde Park where I'm staying now. So I was able to build up enough funds to get into my studio apartment, and then from there, that's kind of like where my life started taking off. This new chapter in Chicago for me.
Yeah. Before we get to the new chapter, I want to say it's a testament to you, your character, your strength, your passion, and your drive to continue forward. Because when people have to start over, you either I'm like, I'm not doing this, or I'm gonna do it, and you chose to do it.
Yes.
So I just want to applaud you.
Yeah. And then I didn't want to be the type of guy that felt sorry for himself and woe was me, and get to drinking and drugging and doing some self-destructive behaviors or whatever because of my situation. So I was like, nah, you know what? This challenge happened in my life for a reason.
Exactly.
I got to make the most of it. This is my new reality, and so let's go. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
Let's get into this new reality. Because I know you're very big on balance. And your art and growing.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. What's your season right now?
Wow. So this is the season, like I said, of creative manifestations, right?
Period. So, we love manifestation. Okay.
Yeah. So I left a lot behind in France and stuff in terms of my business, if we want to go into the business piece right now. A lot of clients and stuff that I was working with at the time, fell by the wayside and stuff. So I had to pretty much start over since I've been home. Yeah. I spent the first 2 years back. I've only been home, 2020, like 4 years now, or whatever. So those first 2 years were COVID years, and so I didn't do much or whatever the first couple of years, mostly trying to get back on my feet and stuff. But like here, since I moved to my new apartment a few years ago or whatever, I've been trying to reestablish my clientele business wise. Because I shunned that. I stayed away from that for a time or whatever. But then once I got to a point where I stop feeling sorry for myself, stop feeling down about my situation and all that. It's like, dude, get up, let's go, let's put yourself out here again. Hence one of the reasons why I'm here today again.
And aren't we glad, y'all? Aren't we glad?
Yeah. So I hesitated for the longest time to really put myself out there like that. Been trying to just basically get my home base life in order first. That was the priority. And now that I got that established or whatever, I'm putting myself back out here and trying to reestablish clients and stuff like that or whatever. So it's been a journey.
Let me tell you, it's only up from here though.
It's
only because let me tell you, there's a yay in your day and your journey and all of it.
For sure.
So what would you tell 15-year-old you?
If I go inside and make sure that you're well within yourself before you start. Because the thing about young adulthood and adulthood, when you're at an adolescent age, you start thinking about your future and what that's going to look like, and money and work and all these external things. But you forget to channel that energy and work on yourself, your inner being. You know what I'm saying? And my 15-year-old self was so immature, lacked so much focus and stuff like that. I would say just basically focus on being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. You know what I'm saying? And then once you establish your relationship with whatever spiritual source you have or whatever, these are the things that's going to get you through life and whatever challenges and adversity and stuff that you might go through. So I would say start working on the inner man first, build that person up, start to learn what do you like, your dislikes, learn you first, and then once you jump out here in the real world, then things tend to fall in place after that.
Period.
Yeah.
All right, so before we close, I want to touch again about balance for you. Balancing just the arts, your life, and athleticism. And I also want you to talk more about the Paris Olympics because you did some work with them. So tell me more.
Yeah, well, being a professional athlete, you often kind of put in a box as just an athlete or someone that can run and jump or whatever. And it's cool, that's fine. I don't shy away from that part of my life. But we, as athletes, we also bring other gifts to the table, right? And so for me, it was graphic design and my artistic stuff or whatever. And I just want to be an example of someone that could be more than just basketball and stuff. So the agency that I'm working with today, those guys had to do like, you know, email blasts and social media posts and whatever throughout the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And I can only tell you like how much fun and how excited I was to like pump out some work during the Olympics. Yeah, because, you know, deep down I would have loved to be on an Olympic committee as an artist and a creative and stuff like that. That would have been like the dream and stuff.
Yeah. Speak it into existence, y'all.
Exactly. So for 2028, hey, LA,
you know
I'm ready. ATH Graphics, we ready to go.
Look.
Right. But yeah. To that end, I still was able to work on the Paris Olympic Games because the sports agency that I've been working with for it's been about 10 years or so now, or whatever. Those guys had a lot of athletes or whatever that was participating in the games. Yeah. So they had to communicate throughout the Olympic Games and stuff. So that gave me some work to do during the Olympics and stuff, and I could actually put my work, my brand and stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? So it was really cool. Did some nice little work during that time and stuff. And then the other piece is like my daughter was there doing Olympic Games, which is so cool. You know, I got to see her doing her art, which is an extension to, you know, of the family and myself and all that, whatever. Yeah. So it was great. And she did some work for Anthony Edwards, who turned 23 during the Olympics, so he had his 23rd birthday there. Wow. They had a big birthday celebration and all that jazz or whatever, so she was able to do like this amazing portrait. You'll see it on her Instagram page and stuff. She was doing this amazing portrait or whatever for him, and was there doing Olympic Games for the party and all that jazz and stuff. So yeah, I feel like the family was represented some kind of way. even if I wasn't there physically, you know, my daughter was there, so that was cool.
That's so full circle too.
Yeah.
So like, what's next for you?
Well, again, I'm still trying to build up my business here. I'm not the guy that's going.
You're not trying. You're doing.
Exactly. I'm doing.
Period.
I'm doing the necessary work to build up my business since I've been back home. I hadn't done a lot before, but now I'm more established, like I was telling you earlier and stuff. So just want to continue to build my brand, build up my client base and stuff like that. And yeah, got to get a bit more into the marketing side, because as a creative artist, sometimes we don't focus on our stuff enough. You know what I'm saying?
Someone needs to get to know you to support you.
Exactly, because I'm always, you know, with the graphic design, you always build up other people's brands and stuff like that or whatever. But somehow along the way, I forgot to do that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I got to do more of that now moving forward. So today, on Every Day is a Yay, I want to put my brand out there and say ATH Graphics is here, alive and well, and ready to work and ready to do our thing out here. So yeah, that's it.
Give it up for Antwon! Wow. What a conversation, period. Seriously, just thank you for sharing your testimony, essentially.
You're very welcome.
Because you have showed us that no matter what, you can push through.
Yes. And
to always trust the gifts that you were given. You could have easily been like, okay, yeah, I like art, but let me just focus on basketball.
Right.
But you were like, no, I'm going to go beyond the court. And I'm going to do it all.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
So you are on Every Day is a Yay. How do you find the yay in your everyday?
Just by being grateful. And I know that's really cliche to say gratitude, because everybody's into gratitude.
It's not cliche though.
You know, but I wake up quite literally in a state of gratitude every day, because I know the challenges I've gone through and how I'm persevering today or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I wake up every day. Here's a little story. The way I make every day a yay for myself is I wake up, I make up my bed. I start off with a task that I'm going to complete for the day.
Yes.
I do this every day. Like literally, I wake up, I make up my bed. It's nice and clean and stuff. I feel like I got a task accomplished. I put on my little essential oils or whatever.
Okay, what's your favorite essential oil?
Sweet orange.
Okay, we got some sweet orange here.
Sweet orange. All right, so sweet orange, put my essence, my essential oils or whatever going on in my apartment and stuff, straighten up, tidy up, whatever. For whatever reason, that kind of like catapults me into my day, right?
Yes.
And then before I go out my door, as I'm walking out the door, I tell myself in my mind, God, thank you for today. And I know today is another opportunity for something magnificent and amazing to happen. Wow. I quite literally think this and say this to myself every day. So that's how I would say I make every day a yay for myself.
I'm taking notes. Y'all take notes. That is amazing. So, wow, to build on that, what advice do you have to our athletes that are watching this?
So, like I was saying before, as an athlete, we often boxed in, you know what I'm saying, to just being able to run and jump or whatever elite skill that you have as an athlete and stuff. I'd say don't listen to the naysayers and the doubters of the people who think that you're just that.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to go outside of your box and tap into whatever your talent is. Because I know a lot of athletes that's artists like myself. I got a buddy that's in Croatia. I mean, in Poland right now. He's a musician, a hard rock musician. That's 6'7". You know what I'm saying? And he played pro ball for a number of years. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We don't have to just open restaurants and be coaches and stuff like that, which is all fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But as athletes, exactly. And a lot of us have hidden talents that, as athletes, we boxed in, and so you don't want to get that nerd label or that geek label because that's not something that's super macho in the athletic world, you know what I'm saying? So I say to any athletes out there, get outside your box. Like, tap into that creative gift that you was given by God and put that out there in front of the world and share, because I'm starting to share more now, too.
And we're so happy you're sharing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so how can we support you?
Okay, so like I said, the name of my business is ATH GRAFIX, which is a graphic design studio here in Hyde Park, Chicago. You can follow me on Instagram at ATH GRAFIX. What else we got? Facebook, ATH Graphics, and LinkedIn, ATH Graphics. That's how you can follow me and support me or whatever. Click on the link, tap in. We can have a conversation, talk about your business. You know what I'm saying? And let's go.
Tap in, y'all.
Tap in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Y'all, give it up again, Antwon! Woo! Y'all, we had such an amazing conversation of going beyond the court, finding that balance, and most importantly, leaning in and running with your purpose, okay? Y'all, we can do this, you can too, okay? Okay? Well, Yay Nation, thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of Everyday is Yay. And remember, you have the power to make every day a yay!